Hello everyone, Randy here again, and we have what hopefully will be a small fix we need to perform here. I've got a broken, this is a stand off of a snowblower. Unfortunately we forgot to put it up last year, and then while snow blowing, yes this is middle of June, we're fixing this now. While snow blowing, this was down, dragging along, and unfortunately the stand broke off. So we need to fix this. Just some round stock, as you can see. Going to involve a little probably welding. We're going to cut this off, stick a new piece on here. We're going to have to drill a couple holes. We'll have to get some dimensions off these holes here, make sure we get them spaced out right. The way this works, and I'll probably do a quick little video showing you folks where this gets used here in a bit, or maybe when I'm finished I'll show you folks putting this on. But we got a hole here and a hole up here. When it's down, I believe it's in this hole, and it's underneath. And then when you raise it up, then the pin goes in this hole and holds this stand up. So when it's down, it's like that. Then the pin goes in there. Hopefully I'm explaining that right. So anyway, folks, let's get started. Like I said, we're going to have to cut this off. I don't have any hollow tube. I've only got solid stock. 3/4 is what I measured this as. So I've got some solid 3/4 inch bar stock, or no, round stock. Not bar stock, round stock. So, like I said, first thing, let's start cutting this off. I'll probably just use an angle grinder with this, cut it off, might have to grind it flat a little bit, and then we'll have to get a new one ground on there. So first things first, I probably should measure the hole here, and then we'll have to measure the distance between this hole. I'm not really sure what, I guess there's a second pin. I only remember there being one pin, but I guess there's a second pin that holds this up here too. I'll have to look for that. Anyway, let's get started. Okay everyone, I think I had what will be a better idea. I happen to notice this fits in my chop saw, just like that. Look at that, almost perfect. So let's try this. I've got it clamped hopefully well enough. Okay, now that's probably pretty warm under there. Smells like something burning too. So we'll need to hang on to that. Not sure why that, all that hot dust in there. Anyway. Yep, like I said, got pretty warm. I'll have to grab a glove to grab that with, and we'll have to see if we can grind that flat. Probably just use maybe an angle grinder for that. And then once we get that cleaned off, we'll have to set the new rod on there. We'll probably drill the rod first. Probably be kind of hard to drill the holes with it mounted to the rod, right? Probably a lot easier to drill it not on there. So I think we'll do that next. Let's get this rod drilled. Like I said, 3/4. I don't have round. It's going to be a solid round rod. Probably means this won't break. It'll probably be the snowblower that's going to break next time, but oh well. Looks like my helper has showed up again, folks. Yes, is something terrible or something? Yeah, terrible, isn't it? Yeah, you kind of have the wrong color fur for being 90 degrees out, isn't it? Black fur? You don't like it when it's hot, do you? No. Okay everyone, got my solid piece of bar here that we're going to weld onto the plate. But first off, we're going to drill some holes in it. And I've got the old pieces here. That's a bit warm yet. So first off, I need to measure where we're going to need those holes approximately. And we'll see if maybe we can just clamp them in the vise here. Okay, that should hold it good enough. And a ruler. Let's measure from the bottom side. Okay, so the first hole looks like it's about 4.5, small 4.5. And considering I probably cut a little off on the bottom here, we'll probably go just a little bit more. And 4.5 will be a little bit more, by the way. And the next hole is about 8 3/8. So maybe if we do 4 3/8 and 8 3/8, that probably worked pretty good, I think. So yeah, let's do that. Let's do 4 3/8 and then 8 3/8. So I'm going to mark this here a minute. So 4 3/8. And 8 3/8. And they look like they're about 1/4 inch holes. I'll get a drill bit here and find out. Okay, like I said, looks like about 1/4. Let's try 1/4. Easiest way to figure out what a hole is. Just take the drill and maybe a little bigger than 1/4. Let's find out. 17/64 fits in there. Definitely fits in that one because that one's broken and been elongated just a little bit. I would say that definitely feels like a 17/64 though. So if it's a 1/4 inch pin that goes through there, that would probably make sense. So let's go for that. Tighten the chuck key. There we go, that should be tight. And we'll get this piece of crap out. Get this one in. Actually, I wonder, can I? No, it's not. I was wondering if I could get it on either side of the drill vise here, but nope. Okay, we got it clamped. Alright, so we need to go in a little bit from the looks of it. And we're just going for eyeball precision here, by the way. Should be close enough for this particular unit. Okay, that's all tight. I suppose you could actually, let's find out here. If you wanted to, there's 2/10. Looks like about 250. So if we go back to 0, looks like about 270. So I'm off by about 20 thousandths. Close enough, right, folks? Okay. Actually, let me check, make sure this is on. I'll slow this down one more speed. There we go. Just putting a drip in there every now and then. You can tell right away when you put that in there, you see a lot bigger chip getting pulled out. And I think we're just about through. Yep, we're through. Okay. And vacuum here. Kind of hard to plug that in. There we go. Okay, move that over. Trying to keep it somewhat straight so they're in the same plane. Close enough anyway. Okay, let's move that over just a little bit. Yeah, that should be good. Not quite center, so it's hitting a little bit there. Drill bit's wanting to walk off the part there. There we go. Helps when you put that on. It seems like it softens up the metal a little bit. Just makes the drill bit bite a lot harder. Like I say, you'll see a lot larger chip coming out of there. A little bit warm. There we go. Now I just need to get it welded on. I might have to cut this end a little more. I did cut it just a little bit long when I cut it. So it looks like we could probably almost cut, maybe not quite an inch off, but pretty close. Okay, the piece has cooled down a little bit now. We'll see if we can grind that little bit there that's left off and just smooth it out and make a nice place to weld to. I'm probably going to have to clamp this down somehow. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. Not much to clamp to here, seems how I kind of want to grind on it. pretty close. Turn it around a little bit. And then clamp from the other side. See if I can clean the other side up just a little bit there. There we go, that should be good enough. That's probably just a little bit warm. Yes, it is. That's a little bit warm. Okay, I'm going to get set up to weld this here. Probably grab a couple of the magnets to hold it straight upright. And I think we'll just MIG weld it. That should be good enough. Okay, so I'm going to get set up to weld this here a minute. Okay, everyone, I got it set up. Like I said, I got a couple magnets here to hold it. Hopefully it'll be straight up and down, at least really close. Like I said, for what it's used for, don't think it's too big a deal if it's a little crooked. Anyway, get the welder turned on here. Crank it up to, I think that's like 90 amps or something like that. That should be pretty good for this, I think. And welding helmet, that would probably be important. And yes, I'm welding in sandals, by the way. So let's cover the feet up. I just got another one of these laying over my feet so I don't have any hot sparks land on them. Kind of painful. Okay, turn it around there. I'll get this side, then I should be able to take the magnets off, I think. Looks like it's pretty well straight up and down yet. Okay, I figured out how to weld this and put my grounding clamp on. I don't think I can ground to this because, oh, I might be able to. Let's try that. I didn't realize the bottom was quite so scraped up like that. Okay, I think I'm going to turn it up. Or do I want to? No, let's leave it where it's at. We don't need to be blowing holes in anything. Okay, there we go, folks. That should hold something. I'm not sure why it's smoking quite so much. That's going to take a couple minutes to cool, probably. Okay, folks, we'll let that cool a minute, and I'll come back and show you folks what this gets used for. Okay, everyone, we're at the snowblower here, and I forgot we had a temporary pin in here. Had this setting up on the bench waiting to be fixed. I forgotten we had made one and put one in here already. So technically I didn't have to make this, I just needed to weld the base plate to it. Anyway, got the whole assembly done now, and this is what it gets used for. And like I said, this is in the down position, and what happened, we forgot to raise this up. So last winter when we were snow blowing, it was dragging along and got broken off. And like I said, we got a solid one in here now, so if we do that again, chances are we'll probably rip this off as opposed to breaking this. But yeah, we'll just have to make sure we don't forget to raise it up when we're going to use this. This holds the blower up when it's not connected to the tractor. So alright folks, with that I think we'll wrap up this video here. If you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and till next time.